Morning everyone, Yvonne here. I'm making a casserole today and it got me thinking, you know, a lot of people will say I don't have time to cook on a night time. I end up eating junk food, convenience food because I don't have time to cook. Now I would normally have made this earlier. I normally would make something like this before I go to school, but I wouldn't have dared come live with everything that goes on in the morning, screaming and shouting at the kids to get ready. So I've left it till now. But if that is you, not even all the time, if just some of the time you don't have time to cook on an evening, you need one of these. You need a slow cooker. It is a godsend. I absolutely love mine and it gets used a lot in the winter. I mainly make casseroles in it, but you can make so much more. Normally, as I say, I would do it before I go to school, turn it on, and then when they come back in from school, you've got a lovely meal. The house smells gorgeous when you come back in as well. So I thought I'd just quickly show you. It doesn't have to take long to do. Because I do it on a morning normally before I go to school, I don't have time to be, you know, peeling and chopping loads of things. So what I would normally do, this is just chicken. You can see the chicken already in there. But just buy a pack of already diced meat. If you don't want to do that, this was just a couple of large chicken breasts and I've just chopped them up myself this morning. Doesn't take long at all. Because it's really quick and I just want to assemble everything. I've already here, I literally, 2 stalks of celery, 2 leeks, just roughly chopped, and then they just go straight in. I mean, if you wanted to, they don't take long to do anyway, but if you really wanted to, you could even buy those pre-packed. And what I tend to do, I always keep an eye out for reduced foods, so reduced packs of the meats and reduced vegetables and things like that. And then they can just go in the freezer and take them out the night before if you know you're going to be making something like this. So that's the celery and the leeks have already gone in there. Now then, because I've said I don't have time to be peeling and chopping lots of stuff, I buy just the packs of diced vegetables, and this is just carrots and swede, and that just goes straight in there. So really, really easy. And then the only other food I add really is just 2 potatoes. I just wash them, I don't even peel them, and then just dice them into, you know, mouth-size, little bite-sized pieces. So those go in. So that's really, really easy. Now I know a lot of people will buy like casserole mixes and things like that. You really don't have to. You just, there's no need for it. You're totally wasting your money really, because you can make nicer yourself. Hi Doris, thanks for watching. All I add to this is some salt. I use sea salt, but whatever salt you want. I give it a good sprinkling of pepper, and I don't think there's much left in this one. So we'll just take it off and sprinkle that over the top. And then I don't measure any of this, just mixed herbs, and I give it a really good sprinkling. You could, at this point as well, if you wanted to, you know, you could make it a little bit spicy. So you could add some paprika, any spices you wanted to really. Dash of Worcester sauce would be really nice in there as well. And then just 3 OXO cubes. Now it'll depend on what type of meat you're using as to what OXO cubes you're using. I've got chicken here, so I'm just adding 3 chicken OXO cubes. And I mean, you can see how quickly this has just all been put together. And really all I've had to chop is 2 stalks of celery, 2 leeks and 2 potatoes. Just, you know, quick rinse under the tap and chop them up. That's it. Really, really easy. So then once that's in there, let's see if I can show you. You can see, so I've got all of the meat on the bottom, all the veg, and then my herbs and things. And then literally a tin of chopped tomatoes. And then what I would normally do, get my spoon out, give that a little bit of a mix up just so that the tomato and the juices can get down to the bottom. and then I just cover it with boiling water, just so that it's just covered, and that is it. I stick the lid on it, I turn it on, I cook it on, I normally put it on high, but it does depend what the meat is. Obviously if it's, you know, if it's beef or something, it's a little bit tougher than chicken normally. And then again, just give it a good mix, make sure that liquid can get all the way down to the bottom, and that's it. Now I think you'll agree, how quick was that? That was really easy. Lid on, and that's it. That's it. All done, as easy as that. So I'll pop it in the slow cooker. Switch it on, and that's it. So I would normally put it on before I go out to school, so about 8:15 on the morning. By the time I come back in from school, it is just about cooked. Then what I do, sometimes it'll end up with quite a lot of liquid. I always make up just about a teaspoon of corn flour, mix it with a little bit of water, put that in it and leave that for another half an hour. If there's lots of liquid, and you know, if you're wanting it even thicker than that, I just turn the lid so that the lid's open a little bit so some of it can evaporate. But it's really nice, really easy, really cheap, especially if you, oh my light's gone off, sorry. Especially if you, you know, manage to get some of the things reduced and then just keep them in your, sorry, I've gone dark, haven't I? There we go. You know, buy reduced meats and reduced vegetables just as and when you see them. Put them in your freezer. You've always got stuff there to make a casserole, and this will smell absolutely gorgeous later. And then it's just a case of putting it in bowls and eating it. And that's it. So I would definitely recommend a slow cooker. As I say, I normally make casseroles, but you can make so many different things in them. So thank you very much for those of you who have watched live. If you're watching on replay, then comment #replay just so I can see who's watched it. And if you got some value from this, give me some hearts and feel free to share it as well. And I'll see you all later. Bye for now.